So your album's gone out, it's got a worldwide release. How did that come into existence?
Well, that was through Jerry Moss from A&M in the States. Michael Gudinski took the record over about 3 months ago or so, and Jerry Moss heard the album and decided to release it in America and England.
How much importance has management had on the release, do you think, mentioning Gudinski?
Well, I think it's had a great effect on us because it's opened up America, which we're really keen to get into. You know, it's a great advantage for us all to be able to get over there.
We got the opportunity to do an album at a studio of our choice, you know, with the producer of our choice on the A&M label. So I think for a start, it's a big step and a good one.
And when do you think you'll be getting there?
Around June or July, late June or early July.
Did you name yourself AyersRock with the world market in mind, Jim? Sorry, Mark?
Initially we did, yeah. Although for a while there it looked like it might just stay in Australia, you know. But now it's starting to happen for us, you know. And
you've already had reaction too. It's being played in America, the album, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been picked up by 3 stations. One in New York, one in San Jose, and I think the other one's in Ohio.
Toledo,
Cleveland,
Ohio.
Oh, that's a nice
Toledo.
section. Yeah. How long has it been going, Duncan, AyersRock? How long have you been together?
All together, this band, now about a year. 12 months, actually.
How did you come
Chris
together?
joined us last Sunday.
Oh, right. How did you get together? How did that happen?
Well, Mark and I have been playing together for about 4 years, and I've known Jimmy and Colin quite a long time, and always wanted to play with Jimmy, and then just the circumstances came about that we could, so
You're
put
all
the band together. And
really known from a lot of bands in the past, except probably for you, Chris. What were you doing prior to AyersRock?
Well, I was originally in a rock and roll band called the Phil Jones the Unknown Blues. Then I went into cabaret, backing people like Billy Preston, Lou Rawls, Shirley Bassey. And shortly after that I went overseas, spent a couple of years over there with a rock band called Carla.
And this is your first band since you've been back?
That's right, yeah.
Australia's got the equipment now, or is said to. What do you think it is that causes any difference of standard between, say, recording here and America? Or
I think it's a lot to do with the engineers, plus I think that with the amount of equipment that is being invented these days in the electronic field, by the time something is here, arrives here, it's obsolete, you know. There's already been something else there, whereas there, if you're there and you want an effect, it's there when you want it, sort of thing, rather than have to wait 12 months, you know, or 2 years for it to arrive here after you've heard it a million times already, you know, from overseas on the backlash, you know. So.
The engineers are a little bit fresher over there too because they work them so hard. There's only a handful of engineers over here and they're flat out all the time, you know, 24 hours a day. So at least the engineers over there, when you get them, they're fresh. They've got fresh ears, which helps a lot.
You know,
as individuals, do you work outside the band doing session work and things like that?
We do a few sessions, scattered things. That band as a unit did one for Doug Parkinson recently, his last single. Colin at the moment is working on some things for Skyhook's album.
Do you do commercials, things like that?
No, not anymore, if we can avoid it.
Is that the way to make money, doing outside work like that?
You don't make much
No, you don't make much money from it.
There's
no.
not much money in recording here. The rates are about a third or a quarter of that, you know, in the States. I think States for 3 hours you get 95 scale, $95. Here it's 26.
You get residuals in
quite a big
America too,
difference.
which is a difference as well.
You've all been around, you know, quite a while. You've played in a lot of bands. Does it really matter to you if you make it on an international level?
Well, it'd be nice, but we're happy. The initial thing that the band came together for was we wanted to play music together, and we've been lucky so far. If the thing really takes off on an international level, we'll be very pleased, but I don't think it's going to mean the end for it.
It's just icing on the cake, really. We're musicians anyway, and we've had a chance to do that here, and we've worked as a unit as musicians, and we haven't worked as an international success, so if that comes, fair enough, but we're still happy to be able to work on a scale that we are now, you know, and just enlarge on it gradually, you know. It doesn't have to escalate overnight. It's not really important.